Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are TwoPaperGirls.
This week's Top 5 Wednesday was your top 5 spooky settings, but we struggled to think of settings, but we can think of lots of Halloween reads. They're all kind of either spooky or just for some reason a nice this time of year where it's autumn and it's starting to get dark. So we're going to go through our Halloween suggestions.
The first book that I've picked is 172 Hours on the Moon by Johann Harstad. This was a really good book when I read it like a few years ago now actually. It's all about in the future, a group of teenage strangers are like recruited to go on this moon mission, and it's like a massive honour that they get to go, and they're all from different parts of the world and they all make friends on the ship, but then things start to go wrong and it's so creepy, it's unbelievable, and it's such a good read. I wasn't expecting it because sci-fi and thriller just aren't genres that I read very often, but it's really good and extremely spooky.
My first one is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. I read this pretty recently during the Booktubeathon. You've probably heard of it, it's quite famous on Booktube. It's a graphic novel that's made up of like, I think 4 or 5 short fairy tale-esque creepy stories. They're basically, some of them are like very directly linked to certain fairy tales, but it's mainly the artwork that's creepy in this. It's just like really vivid, like bright reds, like the colours are very gothic, they're very like red, white and black, which obviously makes you think of creepy already, but it's just very like disturbing artwork which you don't normally get in graphic novels, so that really adds to the creepiness of it, and it's just perfect for Halloween as well because it's like short and quick and just like a spooky kind of read you can just get through really quickly.
My next pick is More Than This by Patrick Ness, which is about a guy called Seth who wakes up and he's in a world that's not his own. He thinks it's heaven, and then it's a massive... Well, I'm not going to say anything else about it because it's quite like spoilery as you go along. But it's a thriller. It's also sci-fi, which again is like weird because horror books and like sci-fi books not really my thing, but when they're good, they're really good, you know.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoyed this book. It's got loads more aspects to it. It's not just sci-fi and horror, but it's very creepy and there's a lot of chase elements which I really enjoyed. And it's just a generally good book. If you like Patrick Ness, then definitely give this one a go.
My next one is the Miss Peregrine series by Ransom Riggs. I have Library of Souls here with me because I still haven't read this yet, but the first 2 are really, really good, and the film's just come out and I've heard great things and I can't wait to see it really soon. But yeah, this is creepy. It's not like as scary as people think it's going to be, because with the pictures everyone's like, oh my god, it's a creepy read, and really the story is just kind of quite like fairy tale and adventure. It's just like kids running around going on adventures, but the monsters in it, the hollows and the whites, are really quite horrible. I just showed Amy a picture from the film, like a little screen grab from the trailer where you see a hollow, and they're horrible. They're like Slenderman and octopus, and just Slenderman octopus chasing you to eat you because you're a peculiar. They're just really horrible, so they definitely add like a gothic aspect to it, and I think the Tim Burton film might like build up the gothic part of it a bit more, but obviously like it just has like an aura around it with the whole black and white like photographs, and it's just quite like, it's not super scary, but it's just like that kind of more whimsical Halloween feel to it that's good.
The next book I want to mention is something that I don't really talk about very often, but I actually really enjoyed, was The Alex Crow by Andrew Smith. I love Andrew Smith. This is not one of his best books if you ask me, but that's because it's on par with The Grasshopper Jungle about how insane it is, but it's also a bit more creepy. It's just a bit horrible really. Like one of the main characters is a guy who's just like really badly, like not deformed, but he's so ugly. He's like, it's weird. Like his name's the Burning Man, and he's like just got this thing really weird, and I never really understood it, but it was just very creepy. And then it was just the other subplot of just the kids at the boarding school, which was a good thing about it. Boarding school kids are always fun, but it was just very creepy, and it was very short. So if you like Andrew Smith, you will like this.
The next one on my list is another graphic novel where, if you've been watching our channel for a while, you know last year we did a module called Literature and Popular Culture. I've forgotten because I pushed it from my mind because it wasn't the best. But we did some graphic novels, and one of them I'd never heard of before. It's called Bryn and Benton Marrowbone?
Minnow
Marrowbone. It was weird, and like I'll insert a picture here and some pictures from it just to, because you just need to like see the art to realise why it's creepy, because it's really like uncanny creatures. The plot is really creepy, like hints at kind of paedophilia and abuse a little bit, and it's just like, not overtly though, I wouldn't say it's like a trigger warning, it's not like about that. I don't know what it's about, it's just a wacky, creepy thing, and it's just horrible.
The last book that I could think of straight away when it popped to mind was another Patrick Ness book. Sorry Patrick Ness, you're a creepy thing. It's not necessarily a creepy book, because when I was originally reading this book, it was a couple of years ago now, didn't really get the point. I didn't really enjoy it, but it was quite creepy the way that, like, death or cancer, I don't know. It was portrayed in a very creepy way, and I know if you get the illustrated copy, the art also creeps you out a little bit. It's very black and white, and all from this poor kid's point of view. So obviously kids are more susceptible for getting scared. But it was a really good book for someone who enjoys that sort of thing. I didn't, but if you do, then enjoy creepiness.
The next one's not really that creepy as such, but I think the Harry Potter series is great to reread around Halloween time, because Halloween's quite central in every book. It's nearly always like explicitly a chapter in the book is called like Halloween, and stuff tends to happen. So that, I don't really read many books where Halloween is like properly celebrated and really like they talk about the decoration and everything. So I think that's nice, and I just think this time of year is great to read Harry Potter, because you can get all snuggly when it's cold and like get a bit nostalgic. I think autumn's great for that. And yeah, just obviously like it does have its creepy moments as well, and I think the illustrated version of Philosopher's Stone is great, because I all like the Halloween pictures and the pumpkins, really nice. And I just think it's like not a creepy read at all, but just a nice book to read at Halloween, a nice series to read at Halloween.
I know I only said I had one more, but I was like, do you want to mention before I go to sleep? And I was like, well, yes, I do. I have recently read this. We have both read it now. It's brilliant. And it's just so creepy. It's not creepy, supernatural creepy. I realise what we've mentioned is all a bit weird, sci-fi. I mean, this is just normal day-to-day things, which I think what makes it a lot creepier. It's like, it could happen to you. Yeah, it's really, really good. And it's better than The Girl on the Train, apparently. So.
Yeah, I've read The Girl on the Train, and I know there's a buzz around that because the film has just come out, but there is also a film of this that's already like on DVD. And I think this was a lot better. It's on DVD. In jokes, sorry. I think this is a lot better than Girl on the Train. Girl on the Train was good, but the twist wasn't as impactful, and this just had me like turning the pages a lot more. Girl on the Train was quite slow, which isn't really what you want from like a thriller mystery. I still want to see the film, but this is so good. And no one talks about it, and I don't know why. And the last series that I'm going to mention is either the Infernal Devices or the Mortal Instruments. The both of them, just because there's like... What's it called?
Urban fantasy.
Urban fantasy, and it's just really good because, again, these aren't like directly Halloween at all, but I just think when there's like demons and werewolves and vampires, like that's what you want at Halloween, and obviously both these series, this and the Infernal Devices, are full of that. The Infernal Devices sprung to my mind more because something I think this time of year is also quite nice for like classical feel, like classics. I also thought like Jane Eyre would be quite good for this time of year because it's a bit creepy, but it's all like manor houses and winter and stuff, and Infernal Devices has a bit of that. But the Mortal Instruments also is great because it's just like they're super quick reads, but they're not creepy, but it's just got all like the supernatural elements and demons and badassery that's good for Halloween as well. So this is my last recommendation.
So those were the books that we associate with Halloween, not necessarily Halloweeny, but I actually really like books like this, and I want to read more horror, but the thing is with me, it has to be proper scary. Like, I'm worried that if I read Miss Peregrine's, it's going to feel too much like a fairy tale. I really dislike fairy tales and retellings of fairy tales. You talk before I get off. I was getting angry.
Already, just the thought of fairy tales.
The thought of fairy tales just makes me burn up inside. Like, I think of fairy tale and then I think cinder, and it just makes me want to die. And I haven't even read it. Oh my god, you carry on.
Okay, that's it for our Halloween autumnal reads. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let us know down below some truly terrifying books to recommend to Amy and just some general scary books for me.
I'm not scared of zombies. Like Laura's like, what about Go With All the Gifts? I'm like, not scary, just brilliant, just amazing, just awesome. Just I want the zombie apocalypse. Yeah.
I just think like just anything with some like cool creatures and autumnal like classical feel. I don't know, just all these books are great for this time of year. So if you have any recommendations, then let us know, or do your own video and let us know that you've done it.
But don't be scared to recommend anything.
Yeah, and be like, I'd recommend this Through the Woods, which is a fairy tale retelling. And it's just like,
I won't harm anyone.
And on that note, have a good Halloween, and we will see you next time. Be aware of the killer clowns. Stay
my
safe,
God.
everyone, from the killer clowns.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it needs
Oh my
to
god,
stop.
I saw something really funny. It was like, y'all saying you love Harley Quinn and the Joker, and then you say you're scared of clowns.
So true. So stay safe this Halloween, and happy reading, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.